You are listening to the Connect with Us podcast from Connect English Community. The Connect with Us podcast is a fun conversation about all kinds of things that take place in and around our English learning community. We'll talk about different sides of the languages and cultures in which we live and learn every day. And we invite you to join us on this journey so that by connecting with us, we can encourage you along the way.
Connect with us, and we'll connect you to the world.
Welcome again to another episode of the Connect with Us podcast. How are you, viewers? How are you, people of internet? We hope you are doing well. You're happy today. Yeah, whatever you're doing. Maybe you're working. Maybe you're, at home right now, or maybe you just you're spending a holiday or vacation. Yeah. It's October right now when we record this. I don't know when we're going to air this, actually. Probably November and closer towards the end of the year of 2020. But yeah, we hope you are doing well at home. As you can see, I have invited someone pretty for me to talk to today. And we're going to talk about something very interesting. That is actually one of the thing that we always enjoy here at our English community, which is culture. Yeah, and I don't know if you know, but when you are learning a language, you definitely need to learn about the culture as well. Yeah,
right.
Because those are two things that cannot be separated. Yeah. All right. So that's kind of the topic, or the big topic we're gonna talk about today. But before we go further, I'm gonna have my friend. She's a little bit nervous. Can you tell?
Yes.
But she's happy, and I'm happy to have her. So I will let her introduce herself. Go ahead.
So what do I need to introduce? My name, of course, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Not shoe number. Yeah. Not shoe size.
Yes.
Go ahead.
My name is Sri. But maybe from the sound of it, you're gonna guess that I'm a Javanese, because actually my middle name is Yulianti. So Sri Yulianti is a perfect combination for a Javanese. But actually I'm not from Java. I'm from Kupang.
Ooh.
From NTT.
Yeah. So let me just quickly, for our non-Indonesian friends. So you probably have heard about Java Island, but Kupang is kind of towards the east part of Indonesia.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's still kind of in the middle, but more towards the east, right?
Yep.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my name is Sri Yulianti Lobo. Lobo is the last part that saved me. And I'm a teacher. And what else do you want to know about me?
So how long have you been member of Connect?
3 months.
It's been 3 months. Yes.
Yeah, it's been 3 months.
Have you been enjoying it here?
Yeah, I love the people. The community is so warm. They welcome me when I first time came here, and the people are so nice. It's good to have friends, especially because I live far away from my family now.
Well, with that, we're actually transitioning to the topic. Yeah. Yes. As I was saying earlier, that when you are learning a language, yeah, especially in a community, you will learn a lot about culture. Yeah. And that's, just the topic that we talk about here. And we'll learn a lot here at Connect. So anyway, today I'm thinking about, asking experiences. Yeah. If you have actually following our episodes before, I have invited several native speakers, foreigners from the United States, because, those who moved here to Indonesia, and ask about their experiences when, they're living in Indonesia. And they have been telling what's different, what are the challenges and everything. So for many people, that can happen only when you move from one country to another country, or at least from one, big, like an island to a different island. But in Indonesia, it's actually a lot more complicated and a lot more, I guess we have a lot of more variety, yeah?
Yes.
Because we have hundreds of tribes, hundreds of languages, from different places. So sometimes, even though we only move from
thousands.
Oh, thousands, exactly. See,
Yes.
hundreds times hundreds. Yeah. So it's like when you move from one state or province to a different province, it's like moving to a different country.
Right.
Honestly. So anyway, it's how diverse our country is. So that's what we would like to talk to you. Oh, not to you. I mean, talk together today because Sri has some experience you would like to share with us. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Okay. So, so you said you're from Kupang.
Yep.
You're originally and you were born there,
Yeah.
correct? Okay. So, like, and then after that, you moved to several places. So, what are the places you you have lived and then you are living in?
I've the first time I go out from my hometown, I went to Banten, to Karawaci,
Okay.
to study my college years for 4 years.
Okay.
I spent there, and then I moved to Medan for 2 years. Hi,
Okay.
Medan people. And then it was like from 2015 to 2017, and then
Okay.
I moved. I lived another 2 years after that in Toraja, Sulawesi. So another island from
Ooh,
from
very
NTT
far.
to Sumatra and then to Sulawesi.
All right. All right.
And then after that, I moved here
Okay.
to Bandar Lampung.
Bandar Lampung. Okay, so let us paint you the picture. Yeah. So Kupang is on NTT. Yeah. And that's kind of towards down, but towards east as well. And then moved to Banten on Java Island.
Yeah.
Kind of one of the, like
In the
island on
middle.
the bottom, yeah, in the middle. And then from Banten, she went up, to the...
All the way to
all
north.
the way to closer to very north, yeah. That's North Sumatra. Medan is the capital. And then from there, she went again to the east.
But like,
Yeah, like up,
Above.
above part of Indonesia. And then I think you spend a little, your hometown. And then you come to
and then-
Lampung,
right,
yeah, which
yeah.
is on Sumatra, but to the south. Whew, so it's like she's been moving, like almost all around.
I've tried
yeah.
like different parts of Indonesia. Kak.
Yes, that's why we invite her today. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Okay, so I mean, obviously, people find it different, when it comes to adjusting. Yeah. So my question is, since you've been moving a lot, do you think you've always adjust well, or it's always a challenge?
Actually, there's always a challenge every time I come to
Okay.
like a new place, because just like Ade said before, Indonesia has like thousands of cultures, and like
Exactly.
each culture is like so different from one another, so far different sometimes. Like for example, actually for me, my culture is quite similar to Medan. So when I lived in Medan, it was not that hard, even though there are things that I need to adjust as well. But it's not that hard compared to when I adjust to when I live first time in Java Island in Banten,
boy.
or like even in here in Bandar Lampung.
Okay.
Because like the culture is just like so far away different from mine.
Okay. All right. So it depends on the place, yeah?
Yes.
It depends on how similar it is to where you were when you grew up. Okay.
Even the food tastes different. So like I need to like, okay, I will like eat like this kind of food here and not that type of food here. So the food also tastes different in Indonesia,
Oh, yeah.
like different part of Indonesia.
Very different, yes.
And
Yes.
that's what makes actually Indonesia like really great.
It's so great.
Nation.
Yes.
Yeah,
Come visit us.
you should come and visit. Try every part of
Yes.
Indonesia.
Travel around Indonesia, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious, yeah. Just sometimes people like, when they move, they find different part where they have the most challenging, yeah. So for me, it's often like the culture. Like one time I actually planned to move to Java, and I feel like when I visit and survey the place, I feel like everybody look at me like I'm a barbaric person just because I have a loud voice. I'm from
I
Sumatra.
can feel you.
So when I went to survey the place in East Java, they were all very gentle, and they just had the way they speak. Again, yeah. I mean, my tribe are polite. We just happen to have a louder volume. than our friends in Java. So I feel like when I talk, they feel like, always, surprised. So that's kind of one of the most challenging for me. Yeah. So I'm always afraid that I'm going to hurt someone's feeling. Yeah. Is that the same way with you?
Yes.
Or
Exactly.
Okay.
Actually,
Tell us the experience.
I can understand what you
can
just
relate,
said.
right?
Yep, I can relate to that. Because like from Kupang, we also like speak so fast and
see it, right?
loud. So like and we like freely speak out our mind. If I don't want this, I would say I don't want to. If I want that, I would say I want it to. But like when I moved to like some other places in Indonesia, they have like so polite and like even though they don't like it, but sometimes they say, "Oh, that's okay," and I was like, "Okay, you said that's okay, then I'm gonna take it as that's okay."
It's a different way of communicating. Yes.
So
yes.
I learned a lot how to like more what do we call it, like sensitive.
Adjust. Okay, be sensitive.
Sensitive,
That's
like
right.
is it a real yes, or just because she doesn't want to say it to me, like the truth, something. I think that's like one of like the hardest for me. And
Okay.
another one is the food.
Okay.
I grew up in Kupang, so I have this Kupang tang. We love spicy food. We love
Ooh, chili.
we love salty thingy and
Okay.
also like a bit sour. But in some part of Indonesia, they love sweet food so much, and that's actually one of the things that I tried. I find out like quite not too hard, but like. Okay.
You still eat, right?
I'm still gonna eat. I don't want to starve to death. But yeah.
It takes time to enjoy it, yeah? Okay. All right. So that's just, I always enjoy like, just different stories about adjusting with cultures, yeah? Those are one of my favorite kind of stories, yeah? So I would like to hear some from Sri too today. So what are some of like specific, tell us the stories, yeah? Your experiences in culture shock. So
Oh,
I think we
culture.
might, so we're gonna try to have every places, yeah, if possible.
Yeah, I will
So
try.
adjusting from Kupang to Banten, and then if you can remember,
Yes,
yeah? So
yes.
share your story. Sri.
Actually, I don't think I have that much culture shock in Banten
Oh,
because I live in a dormitory that time.
Oh, okay,
So and what's interesting about my dorm and in college life, we have like people from around Indonesia.
Wow, okay.
So like I meet so many people there. Actually, maybe that's like the very first time I like interact with people from outside of my tribe.
Wow.
I mean, in NTT as well, we have like many tribes. Like NTT is like a small province, but they have like a lot of like tribes, like different from one another. We speak different language. So actually, I grew up with diversity, and then, but I didn't expect that there are some other tribes that really different from me until I went to college.
Wow.
And so I don't really remember about like the culture in Banten that I was like quite shocked to. But I remember in Medan.
Here come the good things. Here comes the good story.
I remember in Medan, there are some words that I was like, because I'm a teacher, I speak with people a lot. I talk to people a lot. And like to adjusting to the culture is one of the most important thing that I need to do so that I can teach well.
Exactly.
So there are some words that I still remember. It was like kind of funny and also interesting. When I remember, I asked my student, how do you usually come to school? And she said something like, I come to school by kereta. Like kereta in bahasa Inggris is a train.
In bahasa Indonesia.
In English is train.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, you use kereta? That means you live so far away from here. And she's like, no, I only live in that area. She mentioned another area that actually not that far from my school. And I was like, then why do you use kereta then? I was like so confused. And later on, I figured out the kereta is what they called for a motorcycle. And I was like, oh, that's funny. And also, one time also in Medan, I think I learned my lesson from this
Story?
Yeah.
Or experience?
This experience. I lost the word.
Hey, it happens to all of us. Good.
So I went to visit like one of my friends, and she lived with her family in one of the village, like not in the city of Medan, but like in another part of like Sumatera Utara.
Okay.
And I went there, and like I was like, because they are so welcoming, and I was feel like so, hey, it feels like home, something like that. So I was like sitting just like what I want, like so comfy. And then suddenly, because Medan people just like our people in Kupang, they will speak their mind. So suddenly this ibu come to me and like, you sit so impolite, and I was like, I was like shocked, like, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? But then,
oh my goodness,
I was like sit straight side right away. And then she was like so mad, and she said, you are not supposed to sit that way, like something. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. And after she was like speak all her mind out, and I was just, I'm sorry, I don't know.
I can only imagine how that would feel.
But good things about like Medan people, don't think bad about them. I have like one example, a good one. So actually after that, she treat me nice after that. So actually they just like speak out their minds, and then that's all. They don't like keep it.
Yes, hold a grudge or something.
I think that's one of the things that I love about like Medan people.
Even though at first it was shocking.
It was shocking, but oh, okay.
That's interesting. Yeah. So I think, like I said, it's just the language and how sometimes you imagine that they would act this way, but then there's another something that you just out of your expectation, right?
Right.
So do you have a like story from Toraja?
From Toraja,
Like a culture shock, yeah.
In Toraja, Toraja is really cold, guys.
Oh, wow.
Toraja is really cold. If you wanna go to like a place where you don't need any air
AC,
condition, just go to Toraja.
Yes.
Toraja has its natural air condition for everyone to enjoy free. So, but Kupang is so hot, and after from Kupang I went to Medan, which is
hot as well.
Place
yeah, it is.
well.
It is. Yeah.
And then suddenly I moved to Toraja.
Oh boy,
it was really cold. I still remember first week I lived there. I always like I always wake up at 3 a.m. and I couldn't sleep until like 3 to 4. It's like the coldest time in there for me. And I went to like I went like around the place that I live, and I tried to find rice cooker to help warm myself up because it was so cold. I was like freezing, and to be honest, just to you. Don't tell anybody, okay? I showered like only one time a day. Only once a day. Because it's so cold. I never like
shower in the morning.
My students in Toraja.
Now you
know your teacher's secret.
if you had smelled something in the class, it was her.
I put lots of perfume.
Oh, okay.
But I think like after 1 year living there, I started like I didn't wake up like at 3.
You started to adjust, yeah.
And I can take a bath in the morning on my second year.
All right, very good, very good. It's just interesting. It's always like I said, I enjoy these kind of stories. Yeah. So let me tell you, when you try to adjust in the new places, and maybe we could help our friends who are moving, with this. So when you're like, you have several experiences adjusting, right?
Yes.
So by the second time or the third time you move, like what usually that you started to be able to expect when like to help you adjust better in the new place?
I think it's always a surprise when come to like new place.
Definitely.
But don't be afraid of that. Just enjoy it. That's like part of our life that makes this life like exciting, right?
Okay.
You just don't know what to expect, and then you just come like with a big faith. You come to these new places, or even like new job, like new work environment. Sometimes like it happens like the same case. Gitu. I think maybe have a humble heart to learn.
Okay.
Like my values, my culture is not the best culture ever, but I can always learn from someone else. Even like from a little kid, you can always learn something from them.
I
So just
couldn't agree more.
yeah, so just come and like just ask, communicate well, ask people if I do this, would it bother you or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, communicate and like just be ready to learn.
A teachable heart, yeah?
Yes, a teachable heart.
That's a good idea. All right. Okay, let's talk about more specific things. I like talking about more specific things. So when you, like from Medan, because in Banten you don't have a lot of local experience, because you live in a dorm and you have friends from all over Indonesia. But in Medan, what are some of the, like, what's your favorite food from Medan? That you enjoy there.
I love arsik ikan so
All right,
much.
okay.
I remember I ate it. I tried like arsik ikan like when I live in Medan, like. But when I went to Danau Toba and in Samosir, I taste the arsik ikan yang from Danau Toba. It was so good.
Yes. Oh my
I
god.
really love it.
Make me homesick. All right. Just for our friends that probably don't know what arsik is, it's not, like dancing and it's, no, I'm just kidding, yeah. So arsik is just like a stew, not a stew, yeah. But you cook the fish, with a lot of seasoning, and then you just let it like, I'm losing the words. So you just boil it, until it's kind of absorbed into the fish. And it doesn't have soup, it's kind of like dry, right? So all of the seasoning and the water kind of soaked into the fish. So it's really tasty.
Yeah, you should try it.
Our friends in Medan, you're so lucky, especially those who live near to Samosir. My grandparents used to live there, so I miss it. It's been a while since last time I was there.
You should go there.
I know, I want to. What about from Toraja?
From Toraja. Oh, Toraja is like the view. The view
Oh, you
is
like the view? Okay.
Heavenly.
All right.
Seriously, I think like from all the places that I've been, I know that there are still like part of Indonesia that maybe for you it's like more beautiful, but for me I find Toraja is really beautiful. That's
Okay.
like one of the part of Indonesia that you should visit if you love like traveling.
Okay.
You love like views with lots of clouds. If you love like clouds, you go
Mountains,
there.
Like the hills.
Yeah,
All right.
right.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. So, when you were moving, so you moved because of jobs, yeah?
Yes.
So, like, if there were an opportunity, not that we love her here in Bandar Lampung, yeah? But if there's an opportunity to move to a different place, would you actually, again, like, is it something that you would like to do, or what do you think in the future? Yeah. Have you been enjoying different places? Would you want to try a new place or?
Yeah, actually, moving like and tasting, living in like different part of Indonesia makes me more open-minded, and I think I love it.
All right. Okay.
But of course, someday I'm gonna stay in one place.
Yeah.
But like, I think because I'm still single, I love it. Maybe I will just try somewhere else. If,
Okay.
Like,
Do you have other like places in mind that you would like to try to stay in?
one island that I've never like really taste like any part of it. It's Kalimantan.
Okay.
I would love to
All
go
right.
there and visit.
Do you have like a place you would like to go there? Not yet.
Actually, not yet.
Okay. So that's the only big island you've never been in?
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Okay. So I guess experiences is just very amazing. Yeah. How you get to try different things. So my question next would be if you were to, to talk, have you ever regret your decision in moving to a place?
No.
Like a new place? No? Okay.
I mean, actually, first time I decided to come to Bandar Lampung, it was like so black, dark. I never know about Bandar Lampung, anything about it. I only know that there's one of my friend from there. She's Javanese, but lives in Lampung. And people tell me that there are lots of Javanese people here, but I don't know anything about Bandar Lampung. But I think from other places, I always usually have some people I already know and then I come. But Bandar Lampung is my first place. I came here without knowing anybody.
Wow, that's wild.
But I love it. I enjoy it. I've been here for 4 months and I love it. I mean there are differences. There are things that I need to adjust, but I love it. There's always something that I can learn. That's why I never regret. Visiting
Okay. So again, before we kind of finish with our podcast today, I would like to we would like to help our friends if they're thinking about moving to a new place. Like earlier, you talk about generally you talk about having a humble heart, ready to learn, a teachable heart. Yeah. But what about let's say making new friends or picking finding a new place to stay?
Yes.
Do you have tips that you've been doing to help you adjust better? Go ahead.
I think first thing first, we need to bear this in mind that we want to go there, especially even though it's only for a short time, for only several months or several years, 1 year, but we should really have this in mind that I want to experience something.
Okay.
Not just spend the time waiting for it to over. Just but be there. Especially social media time. It's really easy to I miss my home.
Yeah.
It's I live in Kupang, but my body is in Bandar Lampung. But please don't. Just enjoy it.
Okay.
Make friends.
Yes.
That's one of the key. The most important thing that makes your experience will
enjoyable.
Enjoyable because you have friends. So make friends, talk to people, even though they speak different language than you, but just learn and and if you and don't be shy to make mistakes.
Okay.
If you make mistakes and you my experience before, I got scolded. I don't know anything, but I got scolded. But that's okay. Just say sorry and then that's okay.
Yes.
That's okay to make mistakes. So and just try different things and also I think friends and neighbors will help you a lot, especially you live by yourself. That's what I experienced.
Okay.
Even though first time it's scary, I think that people doesn't like me. But then later on, when you just be nice, welcome, say hi, good morning, or good night every time you meet them, and they're just oh, you can be my daughter, something like
Part
that.
of society, yeah, exactly.
So I have people that I call family in Medan. I have people that I call family in Toraja, and also I have people that I call family here.
Yes,
and that's
exactly.
nice.
All right. I hope. Yeah, it's just amazing. Yeah, I've been. It's. I guess it's an experience you can't really describe or talk about or imagine until you actually do it, right?
Should.
Yes. That's the thing about culture. You might be able to read it from a book, watch it on YouTube or anything, but it's something that you gotta do it yourself. Yeah. I myself, live on several places, but on Sumatra. I've never lived outside of this island that, has some, just sensation and experiences. It is amazing. Yeah. So again, I think as long as you have that spirit of, wanting to learn and make friends and humble enough to even learn from the little kid, right? I think you're gonna be fine in a new place.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Sri, for coming and sharing with us. She was so nervous at first. She did a good job, right? It was so fun, yeah? We might invite you again and listen to more stories next time, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
So if you have the same experience, yeah? If you're from Medan, from Kupang, from Toraja, from Banten, or from the same school as Sri before, or maybe coworkers, feel free to share your stories. If it's embarrassing, that's okay.
Yep.
We're counting on it. So do comment, yeah? And if you do like it, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. Thank you very much for enjoying the discussion with us, yeah? And see you in the next episode of Connect with us, and we'll connect you to the world.
Connect with us, and we'll connect you to the world.